Hey, welcome back to another Bigmeatsunday. All right, today we're going to be doing Christmas dinner. Not all at once, but I'm just going to kind of do a several part series. I don't know how many it's going to be at this point, but we're going to do a multi-part series on Christmas dinner. And we're just kind of doing the turkey and the dressing for the most part, and turkey gravy. So, you're interested in that? Stick around. So today what we're going to do is get our brine together. I like to brine turkeys, just it adds a ton of juiciness to the meat, especially with the breast meat kind of tends to dry out if you cook it either quickly or slow cook it too long. So that brine actually will inject some of it, and we'll just soak the turkey in it overnight. So let me get some things together and we'll get a vessel. We'll make this brine. All right, so we have a pot, a boatload of salt, some thyme. I got all kinds of thyme. This too. Some sage and a couple of bay leaves and a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, and why not add a little bit of red pepper flakes. Make it exciting. Okay, so what we're going to do, take, how much is this? 3 liters of cranberry juice. Fill her up. And 3 quarts of apple juice. I don't know why the cranberry guys decided to do liters and the apple guys decided to do quarts, but I've been fighting the metric system my whole life. Looks like the food guys haven't decided either. All right, so got those. Sage, I'm not going to use a lot. This is ground sage, so I'm probably going to put what would be equivalent to about a teaspoon. Well, call it a tablespoon. Sage goes a long way and it tends to kind of permeate. Don't want to go too much. You can always add later, you know. Let's see, I'm going to do probably 3 bay leaves. They're not very large, you can see. Yeah, we'll go 4. I like that flavor. So 4 bay leaves, some garlic powder, go, I'm going to say probably 2 tablespoons, yeah, go 3. And the same amount of onion powder. And what we're going to do, get this guy on the stove and let all these flavors blend together, let it all the stuff kind of dissolve and mix in. I'm going to add probably half a cup of salt, maybe 3/4 of a cup of salt. And let's see, thyme. We'll do 2 tablespoons, and red pepper flakes. Let's make it interesting, yeah? I'm gonna go 1 big heaper. That should be plenty, I think. That's not gonna be really enough to make it hot, I don't think. It's just gonna add something in the back of your mind that says, So we're gonna get this on the fire. We're gonna go, probably let it just simmer for half an hour to an hour with the lid on. We don't want to lose any of that liquid in there. And when we're done, we're going to take it and put it in a cooler with the turkeys. I have 2 turkeys, see them back there, right over my hand, right over there. We're going to get the turkeys in there, pour this on top of it, and then fill the rest of it up with ice so it doesn't go rancid over the evening. And then we'll just start cooking in the morning. So let me get this on the fire and I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. All right, so we're back, and The turkeys are in the sink getting ready for their little evening slumber bath, and the brine over there has been cooking for about 1 hour. I cut off the heat. I'm just going to let it cool to room temperature. As soon as it's cool to the touch, or at least room temperature, then we will get the turkeys into the cooler and then pour the brine over the top of them. I have two 21-pound-and-a-half turkeys over here in the sink. I need to get all the giblets or giblets, however you want to pronounce it. I always thought it was giblets, but people in Minnesota make fun of me when I say giblets. They say giblets. Oddly enough, it's spelled the same way. Anyway, we're going to pull all that stuff out of the turkeys, get those seasoned up. I'll just sprinkle salt and pepper over them. We'll get those into the cooler, and then we're going to dump the brine on top of it. Okay guys, so we have our turkeys. I've pulled a little bit of the brine off the stove. I've already got one turkey done, but I thought I'd show you what I do. What I do is try to get a lot of the liquid and not much of the solid from the brine there. This was because it kind of fouls up the injector. So I just, basically what I'm going to do is work around the thigh area. And I started doing this and then thought, you guys should see this. So I work a lot around the thigh area, get it all into the muscle. I try not to get it just under the skin. I get it into the meat itself. And some does kind of leak out, but this is going to make this so juicy and so awesome. It's going to be a beautiful thing. So let me hit this guy with this side. You can see how the meat kind of puffs up. I'm not squirting much in there at all either. Yeah, looking good. So what I want to do now is flip this girl over. And I know what you're thinking. You thought it was a Tom, but it's set on the bag. These are ladies. So, what do you think about these breasts on these ladies, huh? I like breasts. My wife's looking at me. Now she's laughing at me. Because she knows it's true. So we're going to inject the breasts like they do here in California for many different purposes, mostly in Hollywood. This just sounds like, if there is anything, this is food porn right here. Talking about breasts and legs and thighs and meat, and this is getting foul fast. All right, I'm running out of juice here. All right, so like I said, I got the other one all done, so I'm happy with that. Basically what I'm going to do is take the girls, put them face down, or what would be neck down, so this end down into the cooler, so most of the majority of the breast meat is covered. Get them both in there side by side, and then dump the brine on top of that, and then cover it with ice. The ice is going to melt eventually, but it's still going to stay nice and cool in there. We're not going to worry about the turkeys getting rancid or anything on us. It's not going to spoil. And then also the ice is going to melt, and it's going to kind of subdue a lot of the stronger flavors of the apple and the sage. So basically all you're doing is just drowning the turkeys. So you know the drill, guys. If you like me, hit the sub button, and I appreciate you guys sticking around. Stay tuned for turkey roasting and cooking part 2. Take it easy, YouTube.